Hi friends, welcome to this video. Today we're talking about the new makeup releases and we have a lot of exciting new makeup. So let's go ahead and get started. Grab a drink, also leave me a comment, let me know what you're interested to see and what is on your wish list. I wanted to talk first about probably what a lot of people are going to be interested in, and these are the new Victoria Beckham eyeshadow palettes. I have never tried makeup from Victoria Beckham, I have to be honest with you. There are going to be 4 eyeshadow palettes. They are going to be refillable and the compact looks incredibly luxurious. It looks beautiful. There are 4 color stories. One is, I'm going to show you photos on the screen so that you can see what I'm talking about. The colors that we are going to have are Navy Noir, Night Flash, Olive, and Victoria. They are currently available in the UK and in the US. For anyone who is based in Europe, you can still purchase them through the Selfridges website. Of course, they are pricey. They are going to retail for $75 US, and they're going to be typically a little bit more expensive in Europe, but $75. This is going to include the compact and the refill. The compact looks incredibly beautiful. As for the color stories, I'm going to be completely honest with you as always. First of all, I have always been attracted to Victoria Beckham makeup. I know that a lot of people buy the makeup only because Victoria Beckham is part of Spice Girls, and a lot of the millennials, we love Spice Girls. We used to love, well, I didn't live it. Probably I was one of the few who actually didn't listen to Spice Girls, but let me know in the comments if you've actually listened to that. I know that a lot of millennials grew up listening to Spice Girls, and really they were incredibly popular. I was always a little bit of an outsider, a little bit of a nerd, a little bit of a science person. So I was always a little bit, in the background of everything that was happening. I was not very interested in celebrities, I'm gonna be honest. So probably that's why I don't get the hype. I just try to assess the makeup. And as attractive as everything looks, I just don't see color stories that are going to work for me. I like to get the most of my makeup. I just don't see which of the color stories I'm going to wear on a daily basis. I really like Victoria and I really like Night Flash. I feel like all of these 4 color stories are pretty much, I would say, special occasion kind of eyeshadows. And I know that a lot of people say that the quality is incredible, but if I don't like a color story, I'm not gonna wear it. And now for full transparency here, Victoria Beckham actually, a long time ago, it was probably a year or a little more than a year ago, they reached out to me and they offered me PR. But I don't accept PR from brands because I want to be completely transparent with you, and I only accept PR probably once every couple of years if it's a product that I cannot buy and I really want, or if it's something truly exceptional that I believe that. But if it's a product that I'm not going to buy with my own money, I don't accept PR. So that's why I don't also support a PR address. So for full transparency, they were really kind, really nice, and they offered PR. I refused. And I always refuse actually because I'm not willing to buy. I know that this is not the typical what an influencer is supposed to do, but I don't accept myself as an influencer. And I made this channel for a place where I can discuss makeup with like-minded people. We can create this beautiful pink bubble and we can create a place where we can safely share our honest opinion on beauty products. I share with you the positives and the negatives, and that's why I want to have the customer experience. If I'm not willing to buy something, I'm not going to accept PR as well. And I think that I'm going to be skipping these because I want to try them. If they create color story that I am willing to wear, I'm going to buy. But all of these, they are gorgeous. But they're nighttime, they are rock star kind of colors, the kind of colors that I'm not going to wear every day. Probably if I could get the palest shade from Night Flash combined with a couple of colors from Victoria, I would buy this eyeshadow palette. But just like that, it's not something that I would wear. And I don't party a lot. I'm not a rock star, so I'm just going to skip this release. I don't care how beautiful the formula is, just going to skip this. And once again, if anyone from Victoria Beckham Beauty is watching this video, thank you so much for reaching out to me, and you create amazing makeup, just it doesn't suit working professionals like myself. I want to go to the office and feel confident, and I want to use each of the colors in an eyeshadow palette. So this is the kind of eyeshadows that I want. And then I'm going to buy Victoria Beckham Beauty, and I'm going to enjoy probably a spectacular formula. Next, I am excited to show you what we have in Europe. We actually have the new limited edition terracotta bronzers from Guerlain. And God knows how many bronzers I have of Guerlain. Probably I have a whole drawer full of Guerlain bronzers, and most of them are limited edition. And I haven't used them because, I mean, how many bronzers do you need and how many bronzers can you use? But I always feel tempted by their limited edition bronzers, and I often buy them. So they have 3 colors for this summer. I'm going to show you photos. We currently have them in Europe, and I think that I'm going to buy the palest one. Now, have a look at this. This is from it used to be from a few years ago, and then they made it permanent. And this is in light, terracotta light, and it's light warm. So I think that this color is actually very similar to number 1. So I may actually see them in store because I'm tempted because of the packaging. The packaging is really beautiful, and I love Guerlain's bronzers. I think that they have the best powder bronzers, and that's why I always feel tempted to buy more and more bronzers. Let me know what you think. I am probably... Now, I just pulled this out because I haven't used it in a long time, a long time, because I'm using a different Guerlain bronzers. I usually have a few in my top shelf, and I use them. I actually use them, but I can never go through all of them. But I may actually swatch them in store and then make a post in the community tab of my YouTube channel, or I may just be tempted and buy the palest shade because why not? I mean, makeup is to make you feel happy. So I feel like even sometimes we buy products that we don't need. If it makes you smile and if it makes you feel happy, then why not? Next thing that I wanted to show you, we actually have a body cream now of Devotion. I know that a lot of you love Dolce & Gabbana Devotion, the Eau de Parfum and the Intense version. These are 2 beautiful fragrances that smell to me very nostalgic. They smell to me like Italian bakery, basically. And these are beautiful fragrances. Now there is a body cream, a rich body cream with beautiful packaging. I actually feel tempted to buy this one because I feel tempted. At the same time, my skin don't always react very well to fragranced body lotions because it is quite sensitive. So I'm going to see that, but I think that this is a delicious cream. I just wanted to let you know that it's available. Now let's talk about one of the most anticipated makeup releases, and this is of course going to be Chanel's summer eyeshadow palette. It is beautiful, and this photo is thanks to Amit Beauty Talk. A very special thank you to Amit. She posted this photo in her stories. She's a content creator on Instagram. I know that a lot of you are following her, but in case you're not, and if you're interested in beauty news, please go ahead and follow her. She's an excellent source of information. I'm going to have a link to her account in the description box. And this eyeshadow palette, I'm actually very excited for this one because it is exactly the kind, these are the colors, let's face it, the colors are a little bit intense, but still I like the embossing, and I think that it's a color story that I'm going to like because I know the formula of Chanel. Usually the colors are not very intense, and I think that I can use them like a light wash of color. So I'm planning to buy and compare this eyeshadow palette to one of my favorites from Chanel, and this is Les Quatre Ombres in Tweed Cuivre. And this was a limited edition from a few years ago. I love this eyeshadow palette and I love the color story here. So we're going to see how it compares to the new one. And be careful guys, the new eyeshadow palette was spotted already in the US. I'm going to have a link in the description box, so please keep checking. Of course, I think that US are going to have this eyeshadow palette first. So I'm going to compare it to this one. I really liked this. This is Tweed Cuivre, and let me go ahead and show you the colors. It's beautiful. One of the colors is sparkly. We have two browns and one intense gold shade. And also the other eyeshadow palette that comes to my mind is my favorite eyeshadow palette, which actually this eyeshadow palette actually started my love for Chanel Beauty, and I don't know how many times I have repurchased this one, and this is Tisse Rivoli. If you have watched my channel, you probably know about this eyeshadow palette. A lot of people purchase this palette because of my reviews. So let me go ahead and swatch it. And these colors are so perfect, so beautiful. This is actually my most repurchased eyeshadow palette, and one that I actually use and hit pan on some of the colors, but I usually always hit pan on the palest shade because I usually use it like a one and done color very often. So let's see how the new eyeshadow palette is going to compare to these two. I'm curious about that. Then we have new lipstick line from Givenchy, and I think that they have how many colors? I believe that they have 12 colors, and this is Rose Perfecto Shine Serum Lipstick. I just filmed a review of their newest foundation, the Skin Caring Serum Glow Serum Foundation. So please go ahead and watch this review. I'm not going to mention anything because I already filmed a review and I talked enough about this foundation. But I'm going to buy two shades from these new lipsticks of Givenchy. They have incredible quality lipstick. I really like the packaging, and this seems to be a new formula. It's like a lip care formula from Givenchy. They look like a shiny lipstick, something in the middle between a lip balm and a shiny lipstick, or let's say a high shine lipstick that is I believe that this one is sheer to light medium coverage on the lips. Currently we don't have all of the colors, but I'm going to buy two colors. I actually already purchased one of the colors. I'm going to tell you which one, which should arrive actually when I purchase from Givenchy. It usually arrives within 24 hours, 48 hours. Well, 24 is too much for Europe. So I purchased 114 Mauve Nude, and the other one that I want to buy, we currently don't have it, is 109 Spicy Maple. I may buy more depending on how I like the formula, but I'm excited for this launch. And then they also have a new fragrance. They have a new limited edition of their L'Interdit fragrance. And this is, let me go ahead and show you. This is described like a floral spiky fragrance. I recently purchased one new fragrance release, the Le Petit Robe Noire from Guerlain, the Eau de Toilette. I did not like it, so I'm not going to blind buy this one. I want to try it fast in store. I want to go and try it out. But I tried one of their new fragrances, and I tried their Irresistible Nude Velvet, and I have fallen in love. I received this one as a sample with my purchase of the foundation, and I have fallen in love. It's such a beautiful iris and rose fragrance. So it is a modern take on a rose fragrance, but it's surrounded by iris. The opening is iris, then develops into a beautiful rose surrounded by irises. It's powdery, it's feminine, it's soft, it's slightly nutty, and I would say that it's a little bit deeper, more sensual version of the original Irresistible Eau de Parfum. I ordered a full-size bottle, and I'm so happy about it because it's like a pink cloud fragrance. It also has a little bit of almond in the background, which makes it so addictive to me. I love almonds. I love rose fragrances as well, and this one is just this beautiful high quality fragrance. Then we have a new foundation from Clinique, and it has SPF 50 and vitamins, skin caring ingredients, and I'm excited about this one. But first I'm going to try it in store because I purchased the new foundation from Givenchy. It's not my favorite, it's not something that I'm going to use, so I don't want to have too many foundations at home that I'm not going to be using. So I'm just going to go ahead and see. Clinique have very high quality foundations, so I'm excited about this one. Having SPF 50, it might be something that is going to be good because usually their foundations are quite affordable compared to other luxury brands, but they also have really good quality. So I want to try this one. It's called Even Better Clinical with SPF 50. So excited to try this one. Then again, we have some information from Amit, and she showed that Lancome is going to launch. These are actually available in some countries. They're Ultra Wear Compact Powder. So they are releasing compact powders. I am going to be skipping those for sure because I have so many compact powders and so many beautiful powders. Currently my favorite powder is actually, I prefer loose powders over compacts. So I really like this one from Guerlain. This is the best loose powder that really has this blurring effect, and it replaced my favorite Givenchy Prisme Libre because after the reformulation of Prisme Libre, I actually don't love it. And as for compact powders, I really like the Westman Atelier compact powder. It is pricey, but it has this beautiful brightening effect and it's great for the under eye area. So probably this is my favorite compact powder. By Terry released a new lipstick line. Again, just like Givenchy, but these ones are going to be matte. I believe that they're going to be, let's see if we have information actually. A new chapter in elegance and sustainability. These are going to be refillable. They have 12 shades. They have beautiful colors. I still haven't decided if I want to try them out because I like By Terry have some really high quality makeup, but I haven't used By Terry in a while. So I may purchase a couple of colors, or I may actually wait for them to come in store so that I can swatch more colors. So maybe this is going to be also more useful for you guys because I'm going to buy 2 colors and then swatch all 12 shades or whatever they have in store. I think this is going to be more reasonable for me because that's how we're going to see all of the colors. And something else that's very interesting, Hermes are going to launch a new lipstick line. Again, this is information from Amit, and this is going to be for spring summer 2025. I am going to buy 1 or 2 colors just to try them out because I usually prefer the velvet formula from Hermes. This is my favorite formula because their lipsticks are quite pricey, and I feel like the velvet formula from Hermes, the matte formula, is actually the one that is justified for me. Sometimes they make exceptionally beautiful colors, but if the color doesn't do something special for you, I would say that Hermes are too expensive. So I'm going to see the colors. I want to see the colors, and preferably I want to see them in store just to decide whether I want to invest in these lipsticks or not. And Charlotte Tilbury is going to release new eyeshadows. I believe that there are 4 different eyeshadow palettes from Charlotte Tilbury. We have Digital Lilac, Emerald Effect, Pink Love, and Sensual Sunset. I have some of Charlotte Tilbury's eyeshadow palettes, the permanent ones, and I have to say that they have some of the most beautiful formula. Now, this packaging looks very much like the Dior Backstage line, which is something that I dislike. I generally do not love Charlotte Tilbury's packaging. It feels cheap to me, but the quality of the eyeshadows is very good. However, with these 4 color stories, I think that I'm not attracted to any of those. Probably Sensual Sunset, as I look at them. Probably Sensual Sunset is the one that I would choose, but I'm not going to be in a hurry, to be honest. I like the colors, but I just wish that she would work a little bit more on the packaging to make it feel a little bit more luxurious, because part of the luxury makeup, I think, is the packaging also feeling luxurious and making you feel happy, making you smile when you see it on your dressing table. So I'm not really sure about those, but something interesting, Dior, of course, they are going to release new highlighters, and they release new highlighters every year, but this time the formula is going to be gel to powder formula, I believe. And yes, gel powder formula. So I'm interested in these. I'm going to purchase 1 or 2 colors, and I'm going to try and swatch everything that they have in store. I'm going to make sure to go there, touch them, swatch them, because I really want to see. I see that one of the colors is actually quite glittery, number 6. So I would probably, if I have to buy online, we're going to see sometimes they are only available online. So if I have to buy them online, I'm going to buy only shade number 3. And if I'm able to swatch in store, I might buy 2 colors. Usually if I go in store, I buy 3 more colors, 3, 4 colors or so. I usually buy more when I'm in store. And that's why I prefer to shop online sometimes, because in store, I always feel tempted and I just buy way too much. Lancome are releasing new blushes. I am skipping them, even though they usually have beautiful blushes. At least in the past, they used to have beautiful blushes, but considering the amount of blushes that I purchased lately, I purchased so many blushes lately, like from starting from November until now, I purchased so many blushes that I could leave them like an inheritance. Fenty Beauty just launched new glittery lip balms, and they're called Gloss Bomb, and we have them already. I wanted to go in store to see them. I believe that they're, how many shades? I believe that there are 6 shades available. We currently have them online. I think that they're still not in store. I want to go, I want to swatch them again, all of them, but I'm very attracted to the purple one. I have never tried anything from Fenty Beauty. I only tried in store, and I have to say that some of the products are really good quality. Also, YSL are adding 2 new colors to their Make Me Blush liquid blushes. These 2 are enough for me. I love the quality of these blushes, but I have the nude one, the iconic nude one, and the pink blush. So these 2 are enough, along with all of the colors that I purchased from their powder blushes. So I think that for now I'm good. I'm not going to buy the 2 new colors. Plus, I think that the 2 new colors are actually going to complement beautifully deeper skin tones. They are not, I mean, if you're light-handed, you could make them work, I suppose, but I think that these are specifically made to respect rich skin tones. And of course, we have so many new fragrances, so many new fragrance launches, and we have everything in Europe. We may not have the newest makeup launches. Everything is made in Europe, but we're the last ones to receive, usually with most makeup releases. But at least we're getting first the fragrances. I think that maybe it has something to do with the fact that Europeans usually tend to buy more fragrances over makeup. I don't know what is the reason, or maybe it's a little bit harder to get them, to ship them to the US, because there is a lot more documentation that has to be filled in. Anyway, so we have a lot of new fragrance launches that are exciting. I want to try them. So one fragrance that I wanted to mention and I want to try for sure, this is from Van Cleef, and this is the Moonlight Cherry. I love their fragrances. Their fragrances are really good quality. The latest one that I tried was a musky fragrance, and I really like this one. Not to the point where I would buy a full-size bottle. Something stops me from buying a full-size bottle, but I really, maybe it stops me because I want to see what Midnight Cherry is going to smell like. But Midnight Cherry sounds very intriguing to me. So we have a lot of launches, a lot of beauty news, but I think that these were the products that I wanted to discuss with you. These are the more interesting products that I wanted to discuss with you now. Let me know what is on your wish list. I can't wait to hear your comments as well. And until next time, thank you so much for your time. Bye.